and welcome back to Autumn's Journey. Previously on Autumn's Journey, Auralee finally got in a fight to protect her client, and we left off on a rather humorous note.
Please stop!
Coward. No!
Bring it. Please stop!
Oops. Whoa. Sorry about that. Hang on. Let me just, Okay. I saw a few feathers sticking out. Perplexed by the wares, I reached out for the box, but Omari slammed it shut, his face pale white. Omari? It was intact?
Of course. Thanks.
No, but I'm sure the contents are safe. Then again, it wasn't like I had had the time to explain a punch, and Kerr had caught on quickly. As we walked, I could feel the adrenaline rush leave me and fatigue creep up. I didn't think I'd do something like that so soon. I looked up to gauge the boys' expressions, to see how they were faring. Gouge. That's gauge, idiot. Alright. Alright. Let's just... Omari was still ruminating, and I paused until he caught up. Are you okay? You haven't looked so well after that fight. Is it not something you're used to?
Well...
You can talk to me, if you want to.
I'm not sure.
No, I don't. I admit I should have asked, but I was too focused on getting to Oliver. No.
Of course.
Omari? What is it? And don't say it's nothing. When people say it's nothing, that usually means it's something. I looked at him beseechingly, and he squirmed under my stare. I could tell he was wrestling with his answer.
I'm sorry.
Can I think about it and tell you later? I don't want to hide things, but I don't want to openly speculate unless I'm certain about something. Is that acceptable? I pondered for a moment.
Yeah.
It is. Thanks for not being completely evasive. But I do want to be told eventually. Should I demand to see what's inside the box? He shook his head. Let's just focus on the task at hand. Ah, you're right. Oh, you were ordered to supervise Kerr, and we shouldn't sidetrack. Then let's get this carriage safely to Oliver and get paid. Pay. Money that is given for goods received, service provided, or work done. You sure picked this up quickly. And for a while I was worried. I hope you didn't hear that. I bumped my headset a bit.
I promise.
There's no one else following us now, right? Phew! Then onward it is! In a few days we would arrive in Oliver. I adjusted my bag and thought about the letter, eager to reach the guild. New chapter? Yay! Chapter 5. I want to be a knight! Ah, boy. Why do I have a feeling I'm not going to like this chapter? Oh, yeah. Auralee is kind of too eager about that. Anyway. Halt. State your business. Cargo delivery for Merchant Ventures. I half expected some questioning, but the name seemed to carry enough weight that the guard simply nodded and ordered the gate to be raised. While that was happening, I approached the client, who gave me a small pouch of coins. As per our agreement, I grinned and accepted the payment, resisting the urge to check. Was it rude if you counted the money in front of your client? The heaviness seemed appropriate as my fingers gripped the bag. Thank you, and I'm glad you arrived safely. Take care.
Wow.
As the carriage rolled away, I noticed that Kerr and Omari were standing around gawking at the thick city walls. Well, shall we get going? I love the contrasting expressions right here. It's just perfect. They broke out of their trance. Omari's eyes shone radiantly, while Kerr tried to hide his stupefaction. Please try to stay with me. No wandering off. I tucked the pouch into my belt and they quietly followed, soaking in the sights as we entered the city. But, I'm pressing the wrong button. At first, we strolled easily through the wide streets, which had many carts and carriages passing by. Eventually, the crowds thickened, forcing us to slow down. I could see the two dragons getting a few curious stares, but everyone seemed to be too busy with their own schedules to pay real attention. No, those are no more than passing glances. If it was more unusual, I'm sure people would have stopped and commented. It was then that I spotted one person with ears similar to Kerr's, so it was true that there were more dragonkind here. At the plaza, there was a large platform with carnival feats on display. A fire eater launched a flame, and the crowd awed and applauded accordingly. Wait, I didn't know Heavenkind could breathe fire. What is this trickery? How does it work? Can anyone learn it? It's an illusion? It only appears like that because he extinguishes it at the right time. Come on, this way. As we zigzagged, Omari abruptly stopped, and I nearly bumped into him. Omari?
Wow.
He had found a glass-blowing shop with an open front, and one of the artists was molding a transparent blue bubble through a blow tube. Suspended all around the store were glass-blown ornaments. Below, rainbow vases sparkled in the sunlight. Omari gasped in wonderment.
That is so amazing.
How are they able to create something so beautiful? There's so many colors! He took a step forward, but I quickly pulled on his braid, then on Kerr's hair because he was dawdling toward a pastry shop.
Stay focused.
We'll never get to the Argent Valley Guard at this rate. Come on! What I want to say! They have apple tarts! You can check the glass shop later, and Guard, you'll get cavities if you keep eating those. Enough dilly-dallying. We have somewhere to go, and I want to get there now. Oh my god. That was actually kind of awesome. I released them both after they promised they wouldn't run off, and made sure they stayed close. Fortunately, the guild was located in a quieter part of town, between the church and the public gardens. Kerr looked quizzically up at the headquarters, which proudly displayed an embossed sign.
The hell?
This doesn't look like an altar.
Whoops, sorry about that.
This is just a small side trip, promise. I clapped my hands together and gave a little bow, closing one eye. Something I really need to do first. I'd love to have you come in with me, but they probably don't allow just anyone. So, can you please not wander off? I'll treat you to all of the glass shrubs and apple tarts that you want after.
I promise.
I sighed, but was relieved that at least one of them was obedient. Besides, even if there are dragonkind here, you might attract too much attention. And I won't be there to protect you if something bad happens. He pointed to the garden, which consisted of shady trees and benches scattered around pretty flower beds.
Thanks.
I fished out the letter and eagerly entered the building. Inside, everything seemed more normal than I anticipated. It reminded me of the lobby of an inn or a shop. There was a large board with various scribbled reports pinned to the cork. A few knights with authentic-looking badges walked by, giving me only a passing glance. I approached who I assumed was the receptionist. This is the Argent Valor. I thought it was Valerie. Alright. HQ, right? Right. I have a letter advocating me for the title of knight. Do you simply join if you fulfill some requirements, or how does this work? First, what academy did you graduate from? I was homeschooled? She shook her head, and I started to get anxious. I pushed the letter onto the counter. At least read this. Lady Bayard. Lady Bayard? Yes, I'm her daughter, and she personally trained me so I could officially join the Knights and serve under the Sun and Moon Council. She ripped open the letter and read it eagerly, like it was addressed to a fan from an admired celebrity. Her eyes darted down, and she looked up with a peculiar expression. Her credentials and titles are longer than I know. You must have lots of potential if you're Bayard's daughter. Sadly, we no longer accept people who merely trained under one person.
What? No.
I'm sorry, so sorry, but rules are rules, and as much as I admire your mother, new protocols have been recently implemented, and they are to be followed. If you want, I could look for openings in the Oliver Knight Academy. Her voice droned on, but I could no longer register anything. I could only stand there numbly and nod. All my training? For nothing? That can't be.
Are you okay?
I was not sure what had happened, but I had somehow managed to make my way to one of the benches outside. I was curled up with my head and nestled in my knees. I read that wrong. I'm just gonna shut up now.
This can't be happening.
And that does it for part 8 of Autumn's Journey. Now, to make up for yesterday, I didn't upload anything yesterday, so I'm gonna upload another part today, and hopefully that will make up. So, I really don't need to close off anything right now. So, I'll see you guys later today in the next one.